Most people don't start thinking about Canada geese until there's already a nest, or eggs, on their property. By then, your options are limited. What many people don't realize is that paired geese begin looking for nesting sites weeks before any eggs appear. If you can prevent geese from nesting on your property, you keep far more flexibility. Once a nest or eggs are present, you must also navigate federal and state laws. Nesting season begins earlier than most expect. In southern states, it often starts in mid-January and continues through February. In the Midwest and northern states, nesting typically begins mid-February and runs through March.
I'm Sarah with Watchdog Goose Patrol, and since 2007, I've been helping homeowners, government agencies, golf courses, and schools manage Canada geese humanely and effectively.
How do you know if Canada geese are considering your property for a nest? A pair of geese staying in the same area. It is this time where many people figure, oh, it's just two geese, no big deal. When really, if that pair of geese nest, you could have an entire family of geese on your property until the middle of summer. With geese leaving 1 to 3 pounds of goose droppings per day per goose, you could end up with literally a ton of goose droppings on your property. Look for these signs. One goose grazing while the other stands watch. Geese returning to the same shoreline, pond edge, or lawn. Flattened grass or shallow bowl-shaped areas forming. When you see one goose acting as security, nesting has already started, even if there are no eggs yet. Canada geese are fully protected under the Federal Migratory Bird Treaty Act because they cross international borders. This makes it illegal to harm, kill, capture, or disturb them, their nests, or their eggs without specific federal or state permits, even for resident geese that don't migrate. Non-lethal control methods like hazing with sounds or dogs are generally allowed, provided they don't harm the birds, nests, or eggs. Harassment options narrow dramatically once eggs are present. Preventing geese from nesting is far easier and far more humane than dealing with an active goose nest. Here are actionable compliance steps you can take now. Increase visual presence. Walk your property every few days. Add a dog decoy to make your property feel unsafe to geese looking for a nesting place. This is where dog decoy deterrents fit naturally because dogs represent a real consistent predator. No physical contact, no harm. Encourage relocation before nesting. Disrupt comfort and routine. Use humane deterrence consistently. Change the "this is safe" signal. Deterrence works best before geese commit to a nest site. If you find Canada goose eggs, do not touch eggs, do not move eggs, do not destroy nests, do not assume federal registration equals permission. Once eggs are present, the situation changes legally. There are ways you can deal with nests and eggs on your property. Federal protection applies nationwide. You can register on the Federal Fish and Wildlife website. States can be more restrictive. These states accept the federal registration but have additional state-level requirements. California, Connecticut, Missouri, Montana, North Dakota, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Utah, and Wisconsin. Some states do not recognize federal registration at all. These states do not recognize the federal registration and have their own requirements for interacting with Canada goose nests. Alabama, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio, South Dakota, and Wyoming. Please check the federal website as it lists contacts in each state so you can get the information you need for the state you are in. Many states require additional approvals for nest or egg activity. Check the website every year as information or requirements are subject to change. If you do not want to deal with the nests yourself, there may be local groups that do this for a small fee or as part of a community program. Contact your local government, parks and recreation, or humane society for more information on programs available. If your goal is to avoid nests entirely, then January and early February are when you need to be most diligent. Avoid goose nesting altogether by making your property feel unsafe for pairs looking for nesting sites. Preventing Canada geese from nesting will save you months of dealing with nests, eggs, aggressive geese, and their goslings that stay on a property for months before being able to relocate further from their nest. Although we may still be in the winter months, Canada geese are already starting to choose their nesting sites. If you had a nest on your property last year, you will most likely have one again this year unless you actively prevent it. This is because Canada geese normally return to the same nesting spot year after year. Prevention now avoids legal and logistical headaches later. Humane deterrence, like a dog decoy, works best before nesting begins. If you're dealing with Canada geese, now is the time to act. Be extra diligent in January and early February to discourage nesting before it starts.
Subscribe to our channel for more upcoming videos on managing Canada geese humanely and effectively throughout the season. Please share this video with anyone who may benefit from this information.